Alright guys, here we are for bad ending number 11 for Kaguya, and this is probably a familiar sight to you. This one I thought about for a long time. Now granted, just this option alone doesn't lead to a bad ending, so it wasn't too bad, but this is the start of going to a bad ending. We have 3 options that we need to pick. But yeah, grabbing Kaguya's arm was not the right thing to do. So, we're going to start with this and see what happens. Okay, it just goes straight to the you don't look well. Okay. So we skip a whole bunch of stuff by just going straight for his arm. Interesting, interesting. So what next? So even though we didn't grab Cinderella's arm, it looks like we still did the whole jealousy thing. Because he still snapped and was like, I want you for myself. Okay, so the last 2 options are what we have to do. This is the last 2 of the entire route. And it's the same options that we picked in the good ending. But just because we grabbed, so there's actually, oh good grief, I didn't realize, I'm dumb. Grabbing Kaguya's arm would have totally screwed me for the good ending. Because everything else is the good ending options. Oh boy. Alright, so we're still holding the kitchen knife. And we're still stabbing ourselves. But because we did not grab Cinderella's arm, why does this lead to a bad ending? Oh, he didn't stop us from stabbing ourselves twice. Interesting. And then I swung it down again. Ah! The impact made me lose my balance, and I fell backward into the water. Oh, this again. Eureka! I could see Kaguya through the water. Then I started to sink. But something hauled me right back up again.
Eureka! Hold tight! Oh God, what's happening?
Aww. This is our last CG we were missing. Am I just gonna die here in the lake while you hold me? That's sad. I lifted my heavy lids to find Kaguya holding me and crying. Don't cry. My voice left my lips in a hoarse whisper.
How could this happen? Did you do this on purpose? To keep me from going to the moon?
Tell me, Kaguya. Can you feel my pain?
Yeah.
You can?
Trust me, I feel it. And it hurts. Much more than any little cut of mine.
No. What I'm trying to say is, when the person you love gets hurt, it hurts you in turn.
The person I love?
I've been in pain for a long time now. Because every time you got hurt, I felt it too.
Yeah. Same here. Every time you get hurt, it's agony to watch.
Then stop hurting yourself. Please. I can't take this anymore.
Don't talk! Save your energy, please!
My eyelids fluttered. Keeping them open felt like such a chore.
Poppet, no! Don't close your eyes!
Kaguya tried to stop me, but the messenger from the moon had come to take me away. Let me see your face.
You can see my face anytime you want. So please, I'm begging you.
At last, the mask comes off. I've always wondered what you looked like underneath it. And that was where my consciousness faded.
Poppet? Poppet. Poppet. Poppet, 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 Poppet. Eureka. Answer me. Please. Even a single word will do. Just let me hear your voice. Let me hear you. One last time. Ah. 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 Eureka, 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 Eureka! My sweet Eureka. Ah! 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 How could I let this happen?
Holding me in his arms, Kaguya let out one anguished scream after another. Tears soaked his handsome face, now twisted in misery. I'm wondering, like, who is telling the story? Like, if she's lost consciousness, who's the narrator at this point?
I'm such an idiot. I needed you. I loved you. And yet, I couldn't trust you. Even after all the times you told me you loved me. And this is how I repay you. Is this my crime?
He reached out and touched my cheek. His fingers left streaks of blood in their wake. Okay, it's still her being the narrator. His hands, his body, were now stained with my blood.
Eureka. Eureka, please don't abandon me for the moon. If you have to go, then at least take me with you.
You have to stay here, Kaguya. I wanted to speak to him one last time, but even that was too much for me now. I wanted to heal you, Kaguya. I didn't want you to go to the moon. I was willing to do anything to keep you safe. And to that end, I even offered up my life. If you couldn't forgive yourself, then I was willing to do it for you. But then Kaguya whispered in my ear.
What's the point in staying on this planet if I'll never see you again?
Tell me, Kaguya. Did I make the wrong choice? Was I wrong to hurt you this badly? My eyelids refused to open, but I glared up at the moon regardless. Please don't take my beloved away from me. Interesting. That has, like, a unique song. Okay. So the wizard didn't actually comment on that at all. Is that the only... I can't... I'm trying to think... Interesting. Because usually for the bad ends, it plays the opening. This is playing the actual credits, but without the singing. I think we've had this before with one other end, but I'm trying to remember if the wizard has never been a part of it. I'm drawing a complete blank. If anyone with a better memory than me, please let me know. Also, I apologize for ruining your eardrums with all that screaming. That couldn't have been pleasant to listen to. I think I also ruined my husband's recording. Good job, me. Well, I mean, you know, I didn't know that was gonna happen. It just happened. I mean, like, what about grabbing Cinderella's arm stopped us from stabbing ourselves twice? It's the idea, like, we didn't hurt him enough, and so, like, we hadn't quite proven our love enough, which is why he didn't stop us from stabbing ourselves the second time. Is that what happened? It's just so bizarre. Like, most of the other bad endings, I'm like, okay, I get it. You know, it makes sense. Excuse me. It all, like, plays into who I know of Kaguya as a person. But if we did all the other, like, making him jealous stuff, except for grabbing Cinderella's arm, why did that result in us stabbing ourselves twice and bleeding out to death in the lake? I don't understand. I wonder if that's considered, like, a normal end. When it plays, like, the credit song without the singing. Oh, an epilogue. We're floating away. Okay, the wizard did show up. Never mind.
Listen well, young one. Kaguya came to this tainted earth to atone for his sins. That time has now passed. Come along, Kaguya. Why stay here in this wretched place? And so the messenger took Kaguya home to the moon. The end.
Okay. I mean, that basically... I feel that's the wizard confirming he took his life. Finished reading Kaguya? Read all the stories achievements? I'm not done. Excuse you, game. Game, I am not finished yet. What are you doing with your achievements? I've got 3 more bad endings to do. I did not read all the Kaguya stuff. Excuse you. Excuse you. What do you think you're doing with that? I was just about to say, I figured he would probably commit suicide after he lost her. And that seems to be what the wizard was implying at that ending, so... Okay. At least I didn't have the confuzzlement of the wizard not showing up for an ending, because that would have been the most confusing thing, honestly. Alright. Well, even though the game has informed me I've read everything, my notes tell me otherwise. They tell me I've got at least 3 more endings to do, so we're gonna go do that. We're gonna go do bad ending number 12 next time. Hopefully less screaming's involved. I'll see you then, guys.
Here is a kiss.